for them, because we go out there as Democrats all the time and say democracy is the most important thing. We have to defend democracy. We fail to acknowledge that this generation, democracy is what put us through school shooter drills and school shootings. It's what's put us through the climate crisis and so much more. What we have to do is prove that democracy matters by standing up to the special interests that are killing the American dream and making our young people lose faith, not only in our party, but the future of this country. That is why we're doing.
Did this fool just blame democracy for school shootings?
Democracy is what put us through school shooter drills and school shootings.
Say, Broham, you became vice chair of the DNC because of that same democracy. The same system you're condemning is the one that catapulted you into the spotlight, fueled by a tragedy you've been leveraging ever since. But let me get this straight. You're saying democracy gave us school shootings? So your solution is what? Dismantling democracy to save democracy?
What we have to do is prove that democracy matters by standing up to the special interests that are killing the American dream.
You mean like the special interest group you founded called March for Our Lives? The one literally designed to chip away at the Second Amendment under the guise of saving lives? You don't get to wrap yourself in the flag of democracy while setting fire to the Constitution. That's not being a patriot. That's being a parasite. But here's the kicker. We're not a fucking democracy. We're a constitutional republic. And the founding fathers designed it that way to stop people like you from using emotional mob rule to bulldoze other people's rights. So no, David, the problem isn't democracy. The problem is you. Now, let's break this all the way down. You see, David Hogg went on national television and basically said democracy is to blame for school shootings, climate change, and whatever other trending hashtag he's using to fundraise that week. And then he doubles down by saying we have to defend democracy by standing up to special interests. Again, this man founded a special interest group for the sole purpose of gutting the Second Amendment. You are the special interest, David. That's like Ben and Jerry blaming childhood obesity while selling double fudge brownie sundaes. And the real irony, we're not a democracy, we're a constitutional republic, and that distinction matters. A democracy is two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. A republic, that's when the sheep is armed, and there are rules in place that say you can't just vote away someone's rights because it feels good in the moment. And David Hogg, Harvard grad that he is, either doesn't know that or he doesn't care, because what he's pushing for isn't democracy, it's emotional tyranny.
Democracy is what put us through school shooter drills and school shootings.
Let me translate that for you. I want to change the rules because I don't like the outcome. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a kid rage quitting a video game because he keeps losing. And trust me, I've been there, but this ain't Call of Duty. You don't get to unplug the Constitution just because you can't win by the rules. And this is where I have to get real. School shootings don't happen because of democracy. They happen because of cultural decay of accountability, because of mental health neglect, and yes, because of people who think the answer is infringing on rights instead of fixing the actual problem. People like you, David. People who want to be famous more than they want to be free. You built your entire public persona on a tragedy you didn't even take a moment to step away from. You just climbed on and never looked back. Now, even if I give you the benefit of the doubt, even if what you meant to say was that young people have lost faith in democracy because it hasn't solved gun violence, climate change, or the price of oat milk at Whole Foods, the solution still isn't to blow up the system. You don't fix a broken window by burning the house down. The founding fathers understood this. That's why they gave us a framework designed to withstand political fads, emotional manipulation, and yeah, people who think like David Hogg. And since we're on the topic of special interest groups, I figured it's time I started my own. It's called the Anti Two-Way Social Club. You see, I'm wearing it right here on my hat. We don't have lobbyists. We don't have a fancy office in DC. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, and hats that basically says, I'm not just pro-gun, I'm anti-gun. It's a statement, it's defiance, wrapped in cotton and stitched with don't tread on me energy. Because if you're going to call me a special interest just for wanting to protect my rights, fine, I'll be that. So join the club, literally. You can grab the gear over at shop.mrcolionnoir.com and make your stance loud without saying a word. So let's recap. David Hogg just admitted that he thinks democracy is the problem while trying to use democracy to push authoritarian policies. He rails against special interests while being a special interest. He blames the system instead of taking a long, hard look at the culture and ideologies that keep producing those tragedies. And the most ironic part of all, he's not even operating in a democracy. He's operating in a constitutional republic designed to protect all our rights, especially the uncomfortable ones. So no, David, democracy didn't fail. But if we follow your advice, it will. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now, you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together, we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.